What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Vengeance God stream. Hello, Eric. Hello, Trexpert. Hey, Looney. What's up, Fragrance? Thank you for being here and being an awesome mod as always. What's up, Ramona? Uh, yeah, I wish I'm right there with you. I wish I knew. I wish I still had the inside knowledge so I could be like, ha 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 ha, I know what the next stream is. But I don't, so that's fine. Anywho,
It has begun!
welcome to a Tuesday stream, probably our only stream for this week. As you saw in the intro, I am currently doing 40k Zen. Isn't that like $400? Disco? Also, welcome and thank you for being an excellent mod. What are the two ships, Ramona? As you saw in the intro, there is a Kickstarter coming for the League of Swords. If you have not yet gone to this link and signed up for the Kickstarter, please do now because we're launching in just a couple weeks, and that'll give you a chance to be notified the moment we go live and support something very, very near and dear to my heart. About as near and dear to my heart as Star Trek Online is to you guys' hearts. So please come and support that. I would very much love to have you all be a part of it. And thank you very much. All right. So how's everybody's Tuesday doing? Are you all yeah, juicy gossip. Sorry, my mind is completely taken up by the fact that the Protomen released a new track today. And it's a fucking banger. For those of you who don't know, Protomen, my favorite band. They've got a an album coming out right now that's their final album for a story in 16 years, and I'm gonna see if I can just drop this right on the sex. That's all you get because I don't want to get a DMCA strike. But holy shit, this album is good. Taken up my whole life. Also, that saxophone solo you heard, if you said that sounds like the shirtless, greased up guy from the Lost Boys, that's because it is the shirtless, greased up guy from the Lost Boys. They got him for this song. It's very, very exciting. I'm going to be seeing them in concert in January at MagFest, and I'm really hoping that he is there to play that saxophone solo. Because that would be amazing. Sure, Fragrance. What's the new sound command? I'm scared. Hold me. Yeah, no, Pundus, you gotta go do that. That's important. We'll wait here.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Nice, nice. You could also just cut that to just the little kid at the end and then everybody laughing. That might even be more appropriate for this stream. Anybody doing anything cool this week for Thanksgiving? If you're in America and do Thanksgiving this week, I'm driving up to Las Vegas tomorrow, which is why this is probably going to be the only stream this week. There's a small chance I'll do another one from it's probably a small chance I'll be doing another one on Thursday, depending on what happens from the hotel room. I don't know. Maybe not. Arthur Morgan, yeah, absolutely. Jim Steinman is the guy who wrote all of Meatloaf's most famous songs, and the Protomen have taken a lot of inspiration from Jim over the years. I love his stuff very much. Also, hello, Arthur, and hello, Will. All right. Well, time to dive in to some Star Trek Online. Look at my hot pirate crew. Yes, he also did that one Celine Dion song. It's all coming back to me now. He also did Total Eclipse of the Heart. There you go. Shrexford third time tries the charm. Okay, now I did the feast last night, so I'm still on cooldown for another 5 hours. Okay, I think it is now official that it's very unlikely that I'll be getting Moopsie for free. Because let's see, we've got 6 days left, and we need to get 9 days of progress. And I'm not gonna have time to do it tonight, or tomorrow, or Thursday, or Friday. So that seems very unlikely. I'll probably have to buy that out if I have the funds. I'll look into it. All right. So that means it's a good time to go to the next mission in our missions. I'm in the Iconian War. Ah, yes, I'm in Butterfly.
Captain Nog is waiting for you.
Where is Butterfly on here? Why is Butterfly not on here? Alright, I'm gonna set course instead of transwarp then. Transwarp, there we go. Yep, the big one, it's time! Thank you very much for that fragrance, but I'll buy my own Moopsie. I appreciate you. I already bought out the zombies, so, you know. I need to now find Mud's time device and the other one that resurrects you to see if I can just become truly immortal. You know how people talk about Millennial Grey? It's just, the Krenim all over, isn't it?
Welcome! We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Annorax in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet.
How can I help?
Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you.
Good to see you again, Advrana. How have you been?
It's good to see you too. For a few weeks, I was helping the Alliance research new ways to deactivate Iconian.
Oh, is this Adrian's character?
We were making progress, but it wasn't fast enough to stop the advance of the Heralds. After Captain Nog made contact with the Krenim, I asked to transfer here. Now I'm working with interdimensional resonance harmonics to help recreate Annorax's work.
Having better sleep?
Yes, I have. I guess the Solanae aren't visiting me at night anymore. Or maybe it's the 14-hour days trying to wrap my brain around complex temporal equations that are wearing me out. Either way, my sleep is greatly improved. Thank you for asking.
I hope this isn't a bigger mistake than opening the gateway on New Romulus.
Welcome. We have been working with Captain Nog might be...
Lead the way. Yeah, Ramona. Very sad, but I'm glad that Aaron's performance lives on here.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Annorax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines.
This is something I want so bad in real life. Just a simulator, not a thing that will actually change the timeline, but just a simulator to see like what the world would be like, you know, if you made some change here and there. It probably wouldn't be 100% accurate, but it would be interesting to see anyway. Can you explain the process to me? How is this different from going back in time, changing something, and creating an alternate timeline?
When we talk about time alteration, we're specifically referring to the Krenim weapon's ability to remove something from time. Anything, from a single molecule to an entire civilization. It's as if the target of the weapon never existed at all.
So it doesn't just move something, it deletes it?
Correct. The changes ripple out from the incursion point and result in a new reality where the target no longer exists. This does mean that the ship must be able to fire on a target. The details are a bit more complex, of course.
Yeah, no, that's not
the
great,
main
Cairo.
difference from conventional time
I'd
travel.
want one something slightly more powerful than that. And no one has a problem with this.
Temporal agents from all three factions are watching everything we do carefully. That's one of the reasons we're running holodeck simulations first. Between you and me, I'm glad they're here. The Krenim are a little too eager to use the weapon. Time manipulation is a very delicate operation under the best of circumstances. We can't
Come
just
on
start
now,
shooting things
Neelix
out of
wasn't that
existence
bad.
and hoping it all works out for the best.
Nuke Map? Is there a nuclear simulator named Nuke Map? I agree, Captain.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
How about just removing the
That was
Iconians
first
for the...
simulation we tried. The results were fairly catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
Without the Iconians, the first development of warp technology by other cultures in the Alpha Quadrant is severely delayed by about 50,000 years. Removing the Iconians would change everything we know.
Eventually develop warp travel, right? It seems inevitable.
Let me put it this way. In one version, the Day Ones eventually rise to power and conquer most of the Beta Quadrant. They are forced back by the Vulcans, who never embrace logic, and later enslave much of what is now Federation and Klingon space.
That's wild, Trexpert, and not something I'm sure I would want to spend a lot of time with, but I see the value in it from, like, a teaching perspective. I can see how this would be a problem.
I'm not done yet. The Herc never developed warp technology at all, so they never invade Kronos and unite the Klingons as a warrior culture. When the Vulcan Star Empire finds the Klingons in the 22nd century, they were mostly farmers who had made some advances in epic poetry. By the present day in this simulation, the Vulcan Star Empire is locked in a to-the-death struggle with the Dominion.
Ramona, I'd like to live in that timeline. I get it. Removing the Iconians directly is a bad idea.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
Sealet said something about
managed to make a
Iconians and
prototype
time
of-
travel. Is
Oh,
that important?
That the Iconians can't time travel because it unravels their minds. She was being dramatic, but she was essentially correct. When most humanoids time travel, they retain the memories of their timeline of origin. So you realize when things have changed. Iconians are at least partially energy beings. You saw that when Matar was able to use her own power to open gateways. And their brain structure is very different from other humanoids. As far as we understand, if an Iconian traveled back in time, their mind and memories would reshape to fit that time, so they would retain no memories of the present. They don't use time travel because it would literally be taking a step backwards.
We might need a reaction to people bringing up Tuvix. That's just like someone really sarcastically being like, "Oh yes, you're so fascinating. This thing that no one has ever brought up before." I love you, Looney. I understand now. Thank you.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
Protect what we
Once
know.
we make an incursion, anything not protected by a temporal shield will conform to the new timeline. That includes all of us once this mission is over. We won't remember the Iconians, the
It could be
war,
that,
or
Ramona.
anything that changes in the new timeline. Clouda has been leading the work to create a shielded computer core to hold all the data we currently have. A time capsule, I guess you'd call it.
The core need to be shielded forever? I speak like caveman now.
Correct. This isn't the sort of sacrifice we'd expect any personnel involved in the incursion to make. So we've built a computer to retain the information for us. We'll know what happened before, even though it essentially will have happened to someone else.
So, Cairo, I think you're 100% right, but also, like, people, have, like, there's people who've watched all of Star Trek and still are conservatives, so, like, brains are weird. People can tie themselves into knots. Understood.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action against the Iconians is proving to be problematic, because so much time has passed since they were first a great power.
Hello, Incredible G.
Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however...
Fuck yeah,
trying
Pundus!
to delay their arrival.
God, wasn't it so good? Every time they drop a new track for this album, it's completely different and so good and so awesome, and like I want to say better than the last, but all of them have been so good. It's incredible. Huh. I am curious how that mental gymnastics works out, Cairo. Yeah, I need to listen to it immediately following the dream. Sorry to hear that, G. But that's just delaying the inevitable for a few years.
Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if
Seriously.
our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century.
So we'd be on more equal footing. And actually, that's a good idea because the computer that is temporally shielded will have information on how the Iconians operate.
Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into their current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now.
Same, Pundus. I'm considering just buying a second copy of the album at MagFest, even though I know they're going to mail one to me. It depends on how much it is. What are your best scenarios?
The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm. Our simulators can run the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
This is such a good idea for an episode. I'm not sure about changing time, but simulations can't hurt.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here. We've determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time the planet was bombarded by the Iconians' enemies. The technological buildup of the orbital bombardment that destroyed the Iconian civilization will still happen, but the Iconians themselves will have to deal with a natural disaster, not a war.
And you think this is better than a war?
Maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful, and none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life. The overall effect on the galaxy is minimal. It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace.
That seems rather extreme, doesn't it?
The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, so we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion.
You're giving a lot of weight to the holodeck.
It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel.
You know, if I was Starfleet working on this, this is where I would release Moriarty. I would pull him out and, like, basically explain that we can send him back into his perfect universe as long as he helps us figure this thing out, because you kind of need that kind of brain power on this. Very well. What do you need me to do?
Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
Understood. I'll run the program.
Hello.
Okay, you're not part of the thing. How do I run? Oh, it's over here. So I probably have to go through this door. Well, that's not good.
Captain, you're alive. We repelled the intruders on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured.
What's the situation?
Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and
I'll help the wounded, but you need to help me. What happened?
the Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
I'm not out of uniform. Jeremy, the rest of the Federation is out of uniform. We'll stabilize the crew and fight back. This isn't over. I mean, looking at that console over there, pretty sure it's over.
The boarding parties. The Jem'Hadar. We have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
Don't worry, we'll stop them. Alright, so this is bad.
We can't stop them. Maybe if we hadn't been at war with the Romulans. Maybe if the Klingons hadn't ripped themselves apart. I'll be fine, Captain. Just rattled.
Go to sickbay if you need to. Oh, over here.
I never expected they would get so far into our defenses. I'm sorry, Captain. I just need a moment. Then I'll be ready to fight.
Muwok, is what I have to say to you. Whenever you're ready.
Incoming hail!
Cool. I guess I'll try to make this work.
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance. Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
We will never surrender. Oh boy. Alright, so hull breaches on decks 4, 5, and 6. 22% hull integrity. Weapons are offline. Shields are offline. Life support is basically offline. Oh god. Yeah, no, that's let's see. 14.9 billion casualties so far. We haven't seen the bulk of the enemy fleet in 3 days, but their scouts continue to harass us. Vulcan is lost, Andoria is in flames, Romulus, Teleprime, Beta Z, Trill, ashes. If the Romulans had joined us, maybe this would have been different. The Klingons barely had enough ships left to patrol their home system. They weren't a threat anymore. We were offering friendship, but the Romulans refused us. And then the Dominion came and took everything. Long-range sensors are online. There is no Iconian activity in the immediate area. Okay, let's download all that data. And end program. Yeah, so I don't think that went well. I have a theory. Oh, wow. This is a cool holodeck. I have a feeling that that was not what you intended. But, you know, let's talk it through. See how we can improve without everyone dying.
Sorry, we were watching from the
That's true, Jeremy.
Could have gone better. Even with all that, the simulation data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that timeline is inconclusive. We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece together what happened from those.
I want to run Boimler's Borg baby simulation now. What did you find?
From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders.
Hey, Nalzarian, welcome, welcome.
Turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart. The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers.
Got it. Yeah, Muwok. Let's do it. Let's get that going. Jeremy, make that tomorrow. You know, that could be it, Trexpert. I honestly have no idea. Oh, that's cool, Setiverse. I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah. Folks, if you are new here, or even if you aren't and you aren't currently following, make sure to give the stream a follow. That really helps us out. Really gets us more eyeballs on these streams. And also, not at all to guilt anybody, but we are going into the holidays. The number of subscribers we have on this channel has gone down a bit. So if anybody has the means and wants to subscribe to support this channel, I would really appreciate it. You've got if you've got Twitch, if you've got Amazon Prime, sorry, you can get one Twitch subscription for free, and that helps me out a lot too. Also, remember to click on that link that just popped up in chat. Jeremy! Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you. Wasn't exactly what I meant, but I'll take it. Anyway, the League of Swords, if you see that link that just popped up in Twitch chat, or if you just go to leagueofswords.com if you're on another platform, we're doing a Kickstarter that's starting in just a couple weeks. You can sign up now to be notified when we go live, and I would really appreciate your support there too. Alright. That's not our solution.
Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Perhaps we can weaken their power base. Over there. An Etherean Iconian showdown would be amazing.
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with Underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
I don't know what you mean by Voyager. I never served on that ship.
No, but you're all the same. You come to our quadrant, meddle in affairs that don't concern you, and that you don't understand, and leave chaos in your wake. Now, you want us to help you alter time. Tell me, does that sound like something someone like you should be doing?
I'm not sure that power should be in your hands either.
None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done.
Cairo, nice.
To cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert.
I know that some people were unhappy when this voice got replaced with Future Guy, but this is so much of a better voice.
Without entering Underspace, it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely.
I suppose that might work.
The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused
I think
the
that's a good
problem
call,
in the first
Incredible
place.
G.
Our projections show that even if the Vaadwaur never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So, we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaadwaur will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the diplomatic team.
It's interesting that, yeah, that's true, Arcane. Muwok, it's gonna be interesting to see what Deca does. The really long-running story arcs was something that the team was doing when I worked there that I thought we should break it up a little bit, honestly. That was my suggestion, was that we should do, you know, like 1 or 2 Mirror Universe episodes and then break off for something like a Quark's Lucky 7 and then come back, rather than staying in just the same storyline over and over for like 2 years. Which would extend how long the storylines run, but it could be a fun break. I don't know if that would have worked, but I'm interested to see what the next path is after the Etherean arc is done. Whether we're going to be going, whether they're going to be going, what's the word? Staying serialized or going episodic for a while. That is good, Jeremy. That's what I was just gonna say. That's what I meant by episodic. I'll run the program. Also, go fuck yourself, Noye.
Don't mind Noy. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennin's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vought War, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noy funnels that passion to help his people into his work.
What's up, Wolf Grey? Thanks for being here.
Everything.
Thank you for your honesty.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I've met anyone from your species before.
My name is Claudia, and I
Thank you very much for the follow, Hurricane Studios!
Region of the Delta Quadrant Voyager
Hey, one of the
never
audio
visited,
cues worked.
so we haven't had much
Why is only
contact
one of them
with
working?
species
Also,
from
was
the
that as loud
Alpha
for
and
y'all
Beta
as it was for me?
quadrants Until now. However, my world has had close ties with the Krenim for several years. Now that they are...
We got a frog emote!
as I can. I miss my home, but I've made a
Okay,
new
that was
one
very loud
here.
for y'all too.
Meeting Noy
I will
has
attempt to
opened
fix
me
that.
up to a world beyond my own.
Just a moment. See, I need to go to... Go to my dashboard. Actually, notifications, I think, is what I want. Yeah. Huh. Okie dokie. Where did I go to find this the first time? Yeah, that was a cool bit of writing there, Jeremy. Alright, I don't feel like I should spend too much time trying to fix this. So I hope it doesn't continue to be super loud. Fragrance, if you're around and you want to jump into Wisebot to try and fix it. Whoa. Sorry, I ended up somewhere on Wolf Grey's channel with the neat music there. I see.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
What do you do here?
I was on Kiana Prime with Noy when we received word of the Vought War attacks. We had only hours to get the temporal equipment running and remove the population from the time stream.
Do you think it was
Since
rude,
then,
Muwak?
The focus of my work has been developing more
Setaverse, yes, you will. It's a weird hill to die on, but at least you're dead.
But we need a way to secure the data through temporal shifts, so we can preserve information about incursions and their effects. In the case of a catastrophic shift, that data could be used as a map to restore the timeline.
Interesting.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Don't mind, no.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure.
Alright, let's see how this one goes horribly wrong. Oh, was that a redeem? Doesn't show. I don't get the sound for that anymore, which is super annoying. I also don't get the notification over on Twitch chat that somebody redeemed something. Anyway, Elberth is the greatest ship in the Alpha Quadrant, and everyone should own one. I'll die on this hill. There you go. I really need, like, one more monitor that I can just put that stuff on.
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here, but now I think he was right.
Alliance making isn't a quick process.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them
Verdiest
together.
one, you are incorrect.
The
It is a
fact that they
frisbee
all
strapped
agreed
to a
be in the
canoe.
same room is a minor miracle.
Do you think you could bring them together?
Eventually, between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, We'll convince everyone here that the threat is real, and an alliance is in their best interest. But it won't be easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see I have another argument to break up.
I got tagged on it anyway, Muak.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem.
It doesn't make a good starship design whether people like it or not! The Milan aren't the... Wait, you have a right to be concerned, but please calm down.
I should be shouting. I'm upset. The Malon are trying to force us off our beautiful new planet so they can turn it into something toxic. How would you like it if someone treated your ship like a garbage scow?
Maybe you're right. I'd be angry too. Oh, wait, sorry.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races.
What do you think about the hierarchy becoming more aggressive?
Harassing them, but they're targeting our ships too. So I don't know what to believe. But there are rumors, traitor talk. You know how it is. But I've heard it a lot lately. They say the hierarchy are capturing people and selling them to another race for experiments or as food.
Do you think that's true?
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with
Malon are
the
the biggest danger
might not
people.
be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard and see how you like it.
Keep talking to the Malon. Perhaps you can find a compromise. No, I don't want to talk to him.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too? You can save it. I have a commitment to my people and my planet. That's super... I don't want to talk about the hierarchy. They're nothing but trouble. That's part of the reason we're looking for new dumping grounds. I've lost too many ships in the past year. Half a generation of valuable and desperately needed haulers. They're just gone. And I know the hierarchy is to blame.
I see.
Are you here to preach? How dare you dictate how we should behave? The disposal of hazardous waste is a noble sacrifice my people make on behalf of their families. Who are you to cheapen their sacrifice? What we do is none of your business.
The Malon garbage ship was a lockbox ship? That's hilarious. Really, whilst there aren't enough variations of the Oberth to make a legendary.
If the Talaxians want to talk, they can come to us directly.
Let me see if there's another way to get you interested in joining this conversation. Pull out Botleth. Okay, that didn't work. It's worth a shot. A sub-max, not a grand prize. Oh, right, from back in the day when you guys made, us, whatever, made multiple ships for Luckbucks.
The most at-risk populations are the Talaxians, who have a new colony close to Malon dumping grounds. The diplomatic relations between the Malon and Talaxians are rapidly deteriorating.
Analysis?
The Benthans could possibly pressure the Malon to return to the negotiation table.
Okay. Sure. He's gonna want
Yes,
something.
what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has
very
created
true,
a
Ramona.
significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports.
So what kind of ship? I'm so curious. What kind of ship is the garbage ship? Like, how does that fly? Oh, also, I'm injured. I just noticed. Oh, I'm not. What is this? Oh, Dulceat Corum. Okay. Right, and because I logged on last night, I don't need to do my reputations either. Fairly standard battlecruiser. Okay. It should have garbage powers. What do you think of the hierarchy's current actions?
The hierarchy's surveillance measures are the best in the quadrant, and that's left us more exposed than I would like. We're losing
Yep,
ships.
exactly, Arcane.
Once or twice we found debris with hierarchy weapons.
Just like all planets are one biome in Star Wars,
they
all
can
aliens
smell
are one
traps.
culture in Star Trek. Hey, you see that link in the chat? You should go click on that and go sign up for our Kickstarter. I would love... Okay, hold on. We've got 29 of you in the chat right now. Just very quickly, let me pull up. Yet-da-da. 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 Okay. We are currently at, and I'll show you guys, I'll share it with you. We are currently at 39 followers. If everybody here clicked on that link, went to this page, and just clicked notify me on launch, you don't have to spend any money, you just have to be notified. That would get us, let's see, 39 plus 29. Someone smarter than me do it faster. Or I'll just make Google do it, but... okay, I will try to do it. Okay, so that's what? 68, I think? 68. Yeah, 68 people on here. Now, I know some of you have already done it, like Fragrance, I think, has. But just go click on that link. Click on that link right there. I'll put it in the chat again, but if you're on... If you're on YouTube or TikTok, just go to leagueofswords.com, and you'll be sent right there. I'll kill you, Pundus. Just click on that link. Just click on it and say notify me on launch. Just going to refresh real quick and see if that number has gone up. That number has gone up by 1! I'm so proud of whichever one of you did that. But there can be more of you.
Consent is necessary. It's very important.
Birdiest one, why not? Do the thing. Support me. I love all you people. Let's refresh again. And we're still at 40. Muok. That's hilarious. I'm confused. Okay, 41. Keep it going, gang. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Thank you, Jeremy. All right. We'll check back in a few minutes because I don't want to just stare at this forever. But click on that link. All right. Thank you.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather... We have enough to do at the moment without getting into a dispute that doesn't concern us. The hierarchy is harassing our supply lines, and I'm convinced they're behind the losses we've taken over the past 3 months. We're having to double up patrols, which means we're leaving holes the Hazari can slip through. The Malon are a headache we don't need.
I found that working with allies usually brings about positive results.
What is your question? I am rather busy.
Sorry to trouble you. I'll talk to the Hazari.
The Hazari aren't interested in anything but making
Alright, see you in a sec, Truxpert.
This whole meeting is just a waste of time. Unity might work where you come from, but I don't have any reason to cooperate with criminals like the Hazari or thugs like the hierarchy.
Maybe I can convince them differently.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies? Or was it the Malon? Before everyone broke ties with the hierarchy, they told us what people say about us. Mercenaries. Honorless. Ha! They all deny it. But we know.
Because I'm doing aggressive negotiations, Jeremy. Would you be willing to pull out of Benthan's base?
No. We need to make a living, same as the rest of you. If the Benthans would take out the hierarchy on our borders, we wouldn't be forced to move into Benthan's space. But no, they won't do that. They don't think mercenaries rate protection.
Sounds like you should be working with the Benthans, not against them.
What do you want? Did the
what do you think of the hierarchy?
They make our jobs harder and...
Yeah, you can't just ask people why they have a sword, Jeremy.
Everyone. We used to trade for information from them, but now they won't sell. If we can capture one of their ships, it's like a treasure hoard of information. Makes hunting bounties real easy. But it's harder to take out their ships. I hear they're getting upgrades. And it's not just their ships. Stories going around about one captain whose arm was ripped off.
Nice, Rachel. How you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Used to be they'd run from fights. Now they start them.
That doesn't sound like the hierarchy I know.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little...
That's how you
Fine.
think, then I guess
Run
we're done.
back to the Benthans. I'll be here if you want to talk business.
Sorry, but I'm not in the market for mercenaries, he said racistly.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
You're the right man for this job, Ambassador. Alright. I'll just go download some data. Oh, the Benthans left. Cool. Quadrant threat report.
The number of planets the hierarchy have taken outright has increased 20% over the past 6 months. A push for higher profits has prompted steady growth of hierarchy territory. Reports of abductions in areas near hierarchy space have increased by 77.2%. However, this data has not been confirmed by outside sources because few Delta Quadrant species are willing to share information with the Federation. Further investigation is needed.
Great.
Ambassador's log, stardate 87234.5. Our allies in the Kiana system have been invaded by hierarchy forces. The Kiana colony is a small farming community with no strategic value.
There's a cooldown on Moopsie Looney, sorry.
According to one survivor we managed to find, the hierarchy were working with the Ilachi. The Ilachi took captives to an unknown location.
Oh, good. You know, I was just thinking about how much Star Trek has grown from the like retro sci-fi thing that it started out as, but how we're still stuck with things like Stardate every now and then. That's just absolutely goofy if you said it in a modern one.
Whoopsie.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Rachel. That sucks. Long-range sensors are detecting both Herald and Iconian readings. While they do not appear to be in active conflict with Alliance forces, you're seeing more ships than normal. There are both Herald and Iconian signals in hierarchy space. It appears the Heralds may be using that space as a staging ground for a coordinated attack with the hierarchy on high-value targets throughout the Delta Quadrant. Cross-checking with Voyager's log shows a similar situation in the Alpha and Beta quadrants. Well, shit. Oh yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. It's just the word that just calling it a star date is hilarious. It's just one of those funny things that we've all completely accepted because it's existed for our entire lives. That if you stop and think about for a second is you know, star date.
Damn, that was useless. The Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill. Maybe if you had been a better negotiator, you would have been able to unite those representatives against the hierarchy. Then, at least we would have had a chance.
And maybe we wouldn't.
This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal.
What's up, Trekbert? Welcome back.
We'll
How was your coffee?
Something else.
Fragrance, that is a unfortunate series of events. And not the first time I've heard of an elbow injury that came from attempted sexy times. Yes, this isn't going to work.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep working.
Yep, I'm very excited for that, Jeremy. I love that it's a I love that it's a continuation of Stargate rather than trying to do a reboot or something. I'm really excited to see where they go from it, especially because where Atlantis and SG-1 left off, like, Earth had a really cool, you know, like, fleet and, like, presence in the galaxy, and so building off of that would be really, really neat. Thank you, Clara.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it. Please speak to Gamma Team. Captain Nog thinks very highly of their plan.
Thank you. I'll speak to Gamma Team. Okay, there we go. I have sheathed my sword.
Hello. We've been waiting for you. Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia
The
had
Furlings.
never been discovered? In 2365, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato
That one was
found a
called
star
Universe,
track on
Fragrance.
Polaris 3 that revealed the location of
Stargate
Iconia.
Universe. I
want to
didn't love that
redirect the
show.
movie
It
to
felt like they were
impact
trying
the
too
Iconia
hard
site
to
on
do
Polaris 3 before
a
Captain Varley
Battlestar
begins his
Galactica, but
excavations. Iconia will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did.
huh. Okay, but that's just a delay. Another gateway was found a few years later.
True, but if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated.
You
while
know
we
me,
have
y'all. I
advanced
just have a hard
rapidly.
time watching shows where
Additionally,
there's no levity
there
and
are
everyone
other
is sad
factors
and
in
angry
play
all the
that
time.
could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off.
Okay. I see why you're trying this on a holodeck first.
The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As such, the Romulan
Yes,
Star Empire
Wormhole
should
Extreme
once
is a
again
fantastic
be a major
episode.
power in the quadrant. Your role will be as an officer on a Romulan warbird.
Restore the Romulan Star Empire.
Yes, to call it a huge change would be an understatement. Please be aware that nothing will be done unless the Republic agrees this is the best possible solution. There is already a team here working on the possible
Interesting,
restoration of
Pundus. I didn't
Romulus,
know,
and Commander Jirok has been
I'm looking at
authorized to
Trexpert's
speak
question.
to
I
the
didn't
Republic
know
if
that
needed.
one
The
of your
fact that
ships
our
got
date
made
shows
into
delaying the
a fan
Iconian
home
arrival
model.
will also save Romulus is an interesting coincidence.
All right,
But it does
see you in a
not
bit,
mean
Fragrance.
We will accept the solution without looking at other options.
All right, I see.
The program is set for Ron.
I'll run the program. I had a moment of why don't I change with the holodeck, and then I realized A, you normally don't, and B, this was before STO had developed bee critter stuff, so. Got it. There he is.
Ah, Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes. If you would be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain
Oh, that's cool, Trexpert.
equipment, we need to talk.
Understood, Commander. Only technically? What does that mean?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future.
Ah, okay. One thing I know about the Separatists is what I've heard through official channels. What do you know?
Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tau Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have
Yeah, some sort of resolution for that would be
the
nice,
Tal
Pundus.
Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time.
So what does that mean for us?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander.
You're not asking if we
Tal
should
Shiar
attack them, are you?
If I was, I wouldn't have needed you to lock the door. I intend to put Lieutenant Silan in the brig and then take this ship and crew to join the Separatists. Are you with me?
If we do this, we will be traitors to the Empire.
I know. I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken and corrupt. Detan and his people are building something better. You and I both know it. The crew knows it. We will take this warbird to Detan, and we will finally be free.
We have to do what is best for our people. I've been playing too much Among Us. I'm expecting to be stabbed when the door opens. By the way, is that something folks here would be interested in? If we got together a community day to play Among Us on stream? I know it's not as popular as it was during the pandemic, but there we go.
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers? Very suspicious. Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star Empire have no need for locked doors.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany the security team to the brig.
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Detan.
I don't think I ever want to do a community team PvP day, Rachel. It would just be me getting blown up over and over. It is cross-platform, Trexbird. You are under arrest. Please comply and you will not be harmed. Huh, that would be interesting if the Angara ended up in the Milky Way. I wonder how. Okay.
A destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. If we leave, we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us. I know it is a step into the unknown, but it is a step we will take together. Throw off your chains. We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
All right. Well, this seems to be the best future so far. When there's a Mass Effect show happening, Trexpert? That's the first I've heard of it.
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer. Some of my family has left Romulus to join Detan. I'll be proud to join them.
Set a course for the DWAS system. Oh, very cool. Yes, Jeremy, it absolutely is. So I'm not entirely sure how any of that would work, or how the Angara would get back unless Mass Effect 5 is tens of thousands of years in the future. But yeah, this timeline seems okay. I mean, the Borg attacking the Romulans is not great, but... Squadron status reports. Notice to all ship commanders. Starfleet vessels have been assisting new Romulans in areas near the neutral zone. Imperial ships are being dispatched in a show of force. Any ships harboring or assisting the Separatists are to be fired upon. There are no exceptions. Ships in Group Gamma are being reassigned to patrol in areas targeted by the Borg. Contacts are regular, but vigilance is needed to eradicate the threat and protect our colony worlds. The Angara just happened to set out a colony ship in time for it to arrive. I mean, that would make sense. Unless time travel. That's true. It could also be a few hundred years later, since Liara. Commander's personal log. Triple encryption protocols 8 of 6. Gaius is becoming suspicious. I've been speaking to members of the senior staff, and most are making in favor of making a run for the flotilla and joining Detan. But I remain cautious. They're doing the right thing, but the Borg are nipping at our heels. Every ship the fleet loses would be one needed to protect Romulus in its hour of our need. But what is there left to protect? I mean, honestly, synthesis can be canon. That's fine, it's the best ending. Long-range sensors show no Herald or Iconian signatures, and there are no references to Heralds in the ship's database. The only references to the Iconians are in the historical files, and most refer to the Iconians as a myth. There are heightened levels of Borg activity throughout the Beta Quadrant, and multiple colony worlds have been assimilated. The Romulan fleets are on high alert, but have not been able to make major inroads against the Collective. However, they probably won't make Synthesis canon because it would be too complicated to make the show, so they'll probably make something stupid like Destroy or Control canon. Alright, well that one seemed okay. Could be, Trexpert. Could a mass relay go far enough to get to Andromeda, though? Oh, that's good, Ramona. That makes me happy.
Yet. It appears there was
I
some
was
merit
not
to our
comfortable with
hypothesis
genocide.
that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact.
But it's not perfect by any means.
The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk.
This is a major alteration to the timeline. We should be cautious.
The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar.
Everybody just looks kind of human now.
Romulus
not a problem for our deeps!
This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about.
But this isn't our reality. We'll be significantly altering everything we know.
The political calculus of the
well, they already did make a secret fourth thing as another ending, Arcane.
What you saw on the
for people who just refuse to make a choice.
We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
I'll discuss it with them, but I'm not making any promises.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result, and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best
Yeah,
chance.
completely untenable, but
this
hilarious.
Will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization
you know, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and I'm not trying to throw shade on anyone. I just personally don't understand how either of the other two endings were acceptable as endings for their personal Commander Shepard for anybody, but I know people who were violently against Synthesis, which, I don't know, it didn't seem like that big of a deal for me, but yeah, it could be Trexpert. Yeah, Muwok, I don't know. I didn't hate the original ending. I liked that they expanded it. I thought that was cool, but I liked the original ending. At least I liked the Synthesis original ending. I had no problem with that. But again, I have friends who were so angry about that. We can't move forward without considering the effect on the Republic. Commander Jirok?
This is difficult. It would change everything for us.
Happy ending mod?
Back,
what's that about, Looney?
Everything we've built, it would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Datan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs.
This impacts the Republic most of all.
The simulation specifically mentioned Datan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Datan, the same choice he made
Commander
after the
Bayrock.
Was lost. With Romulus, we could have numbers.
The STO has,
it
feels one of two ways about every female NPC. We must romance them, or we must murder them.
If Datan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible.
What do you think we should do?
Make the incursion. The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal Shiar wasn't able to
I
stop
like
us
that,
the first
Jeremy.
Time.
That's a good
They
change.
Won't stop us again.
If the Romulan Republic thinks it's worth the risk, then we should try it. Sir, we've been informed that the Lisette and the Krenim vessel will be traveling with us to the site of the temporal incursion. The Krenim vessel has the weapon on board, and the Lisette will provide additional security and manpower if needed. Understood. Anything else? All three vessels will be temporarily shielded to protect us from changes in the timeline. As long as that shielding holds, we will be able to observe the changes and even interact with them, but we will not be part of the new timeline. Captain Nog says the temporal shield generators can be damaged. We'll need to be careful. We can beam you up to the Qatar A as soon as you're ready. Prepare for immediate departure. Yeah, exactly, Ramona. Oh, nice, Incredible G. Lemon pepper. Two of my least favorite flavors. Maybe my two least favorite. Exactly, Looney. Looney, did you go into detail on what the happy ending mod is? Tell me more about that. Yeah. It's just one of those things, Muok.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon. Incursion complete.
It will be good to see the world of my birth again.
If it works.
Elements? Is that Romulus?
Nope, that's a Borg world.
It's been completely assimilated.
Well, that sucks.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
No. We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
Ah, okay. Interesting, Looney.
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
Stay on the edge of the system. Jirok and I will move in for sensor sweeps. The last thing we need is the Borg assimilating the Krenum's weapon.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it?
You know what? This seems like a good time to click.
That is a lot of Borg.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad.
Pick Your Color was a fine ending. I still don't understand why people had a problem with synthesis.
Borg ships decloaking. Red alert.
Great, the Borg have cloaks now. Shields up.
First the Klingons, now the Borg. Does everyone steal cloaking technology from us?
Yes. Wow, that was the first Borg I can remember popping quite that aggressively. I do hate you, Jeremy, but not for that reason. No. I mean, I was gonna say it's a choice that is valid for you to have made. I don't get it, but you know, I've had many conversations about the ending of Mass Effect 3 with people over the years, and the folks who are just super angry about the ending and synthesis made me not want to keep having those conversations.
I'll keep the Krenum ship well out of Borg sensor.
Because Legion's the best, Rachel.
Hurry. More Borg will be arriving soon.
Won't we be affected by the timeline shift once we leave the ship?
I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry. The temporal shielding drains a lot of power. You won't have much time down there before you're unprotected. If that happens, this will be your
That's great, Ramona. Understood. We'll get the data. We have the temporal shields for the away team, sir. And Clouda says she's concerned about the weapon. We probably only have one more shot before the capacitors burn out. So we need to get this right now and get back to a timeline that's not overrun by the Borg. Sensors are detecting a mainframe that should have the data you need. The Lisette will remain to protect the Krenum ship while you and Commander Jirok beam down to gather information. Alright, let's go, team.
decided to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe.
Oopsie.
Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix that should have what we need. Find the node and download all the data you can from the point where we made our incursion. That should help us find out how to fix this.
Find the data.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Tal Shiar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again.
I'll do what I can to help, Commander.
The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads. The whole planet. All our people. They're Borg.
Suck it, Borg. My entire party has melee weapons. And they're not energy-based, so you can't adapt to them. Ha 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 ha!
I can't believe we were so wrong.
I mean, we did say that the simulation was only a simulation. I think we said that a few times. Go forth, my zombie hordes!
Cover me! I'll override the door controls.
Alright. Sounds good. I think we're good, though. Why is she familiar with the Tal Shiar base? Well... Muwok, I bet they would be. As far as I know, it actually wasn't even Paramount who was strict with it. It was the lower decks people. Oh, join Jirok at the door. Where's Jirok? Where's the door? Where? Okay, hold on. Got it. Okay. Yeah, these Borg ain't shit.
Got it.
Ah, okay, Trexpert. Interesting. I mean, it does feel a little Deus Ex Machina, but, you know, I can understand why people might want that.
We have to find a way to make this right.
I don't know about that, Muwok. That one I hadn't heard. I know the original, duty officers, we made STO versions, and we had to change that. You probably all remember that one. Wait,
there.
is that...
That's the access node console we need.
Was that a Borg Obisek?
Locked. We'll have to circumvent their security measures. Wait! Incoming Borg!
That was a little late. The Borg are already here.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
Yes, that's everything on the planet. I understand you're upset, Jirok, but you don't really need to keep repeating yourself. Yeah, that makes sense, Jeremy. I remember that era being very, like, one hand would say we could do something and the other hand would say we couldn't.
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us. Hakiv?
Borg Key.
One with the Borg. Resistance is futile.
This is question that just occurred to me. Have we seen so few Vulcan ships over the years in like Star Trek stuff just because the Vulcans mostly rely on the Federation and Starfleet these days? Oh, yeah. No, for sure. I didn't think it was contentious, just, you know, things happen. Ramona, when you start saying the saturation on the deflector dish is wrong, and I mean this with the deepest love, it's time to go outside and touch grass. Drone 2 of 8 reporting to Alcove 12 Gamma for daily regeneration cycle. Drone 8 of 10 reporting to Section 3 Beta for manifold maintenance. Drone 3 of 27 is at 35% completion in regeneration cycle. Break down records by year and provide a summary of events for Romulus system only. Display results with oldest entries first. Romulus system added to the collective. Unimatrix established in orbit of Romulus. Romulus designated Unimatrix 652. All adjuncts of Unimatrix 652 redesignated into Trimatrixes 1152 through 1274.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant.
Interesting, Jeremy. I just haven't seen very many of them. I've seen a couple of the ones that we've put out, but
evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance. Maybe it's our fate to lose Romulus.
All we can do now is try to restore the previous timeline. Maybe this will help. The Borg, there are Borg signatures on approach. You need to get out of there, sir. Beam us up.
Let's get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
Understood.
More Borg on the way. Borg decloaking.
Oh, okay. I do have to fight them. Yeah, my mouse is doing something weird and I can't decloak. Okay.
Resist this.
I wonder how many times, not just canonically, but how many times is in the history of the Star Trek universe, somebody has said something like, resist this, or see if this is futile. Mr. Tinker Train. I don't know that I've heard that one, G. Dog?
We're losing power. Send the data now before we lose temporal shielding.
Sending the data now.
Focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved. Data is compressed and ready. Communications array is ready. Secure.
Thank God you could do all this while getting shot.
Data received.
Running the numbers down. If we target the Borg transwarp network, the Borg may never be able to reach Romulus.
It is a great risk. The Borg have a great deal of influence on the timeline. There is no time to run simulations.
Do we have a choice?
Not really.
Hull integrity below 25%.
Targeting the
Okay,
transwarp
I'll have to listen to that.
Fire the weapon now.
And Romulus is gone again.
The Borg are gone. But so is Romulus.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking? No. The Tertarians. They're gone.
How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect
the Nivar would be fun.
from the Borg. They failed.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
No!
Giving up? When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks. I love...
Oh. Oh, that sucks. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, Ramona, there was one in First Contact, but I don't think there was ever any in the original series, right? She was gonna say, I love waffles. There has been a development, Captain. Captain Nog, Commander Jirok, and the Krenim researchers are waiting for you in the conference room to go over their findings. I'll meet them there. What? Oh, okay, I see. Dramatic lighting.
Shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
How different is the world now? Well, first things first, 7 of 9 doesn't talk like a Borg anymore.
We won't be sure until we finish analyzing the data, but the Krenim weapon was used twice. I remember being on the bridge of the Krenim ship and seeing a readout with a far lower power reserve than had just been there a moment before. I'm sure you had a similar situation.
I did.
As to the greater differences, we'll know more soon. I only hope the ripples from what we did today don't start a tsunami.
I said this was a bad idea.
We found a temporally shielded computer core.
What was in the core?
We haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of that. I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making.
I imagine that would be strange.
Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be
what
more
I was saying.
Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look,
technical terms, an oopsie. Yep. We genocided an entire race, just like Jeremy at the end of Mass Effect 3. Good working with you too, Captain. Alright, we'll do our yub-nub now.
I was conducting another simulation, and all of a sudden I got an emergency call telling me to stop everything. I will be looking at whatever data we managed to save to try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more.
I hope you find something. We can't afford another incident
It has been good to have you here. But we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution we need.
Bye. Yeah, Incredible G. Boy, do I know that feel.
We put so much hope into using the Krenim technology.
Technically, I have no idea if I'm autistic, but I have many feelings
Perhaps
about
I was
it.
caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster.
Yeah!
We tried and we failed.
Yeah!
But this isn't the end. We'll keep looking at the simulations as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
I do appreciate how, excuse me, often in the lead up to this mission and during this mission, they added dialogue options for us to be like, this is a bad idea! Even though we had to go through with it. We'll discover what happened and move on from there. That's all we can do.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact, and will give us a wealth of data on the timeline and how the changes have affected it. Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere.
Listen, bud.
I still feel this is the best technology available to us, but we will need minds sufficient to the task to operate it.
See you later, dickwad. Sir, I'm concerned about using time travel to solve the Iconian situation, but it's one of the only options we have that they don't. I hope whatever the Alliance decides to do, we don't end up in a worse situation than we're already in. Are you ready to transport back to the Qatar A now? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, and the whole thing with, they established that Noye's wife was the one who kept him in check. And so him being a huge dick here makes sense. He did have a beard before, Jeremy, but I don't think it was that luscious. Good evening, Schleb. Welcome, welcome.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Crinum weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze.
No idea, Mwok.
But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless.
Noi?
While our
options
are limited, we should not destroy ourselves in a fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians. It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
Alright, what have you got for me here? Don't really need a torpedo. I'm not doing a Tetrion build. These do. Nothing that really helps me. That's not bad.
The war continues, and
Oh
all of our
man,
warriors are needed.
it's midnight time. I'm gonna pick up the mission. I don't know that I'm gonna do it right now.
The war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
Alright. Ooh, Iconian vest outfit. Excellent. We can play more Space Barbie. Alright, we're accepting the mission.
The war continues, and all of our warriors...
But first, before we move on to midnight, let's see how we're doing on the League of Swords Kickstarter page. We're up to 43 followers. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Jeremy, is midnight's like an hour or two long, right? I might not have time to do it right now. But I'm going to put up the link again. There are 22 of you here. And I know of 2 of you who have clicked on this link. We've actually gotten much more than that, actually, because we were at, 39? So we've gotten 4 people who signed up. That's nice. 2 hours of reading and voice acting and everything. Okay, I can't do midnight right now. Before we move on, if someone chose to get unnotified, that would suck. Let me try refreshing again. Yep, we're still at 43. Okay. Folks who are in chat, click on that link. It's right there. Dive on in. I know there's some of you who are lurking. Just open the window for a minute and click on that link and click that lovely notify me on launch button. It won't cost you any money. You won't be, set into doing anything for the Kickstarter, but it will let you know when we launch, so you can make that decision then. And this is my dream, guys. This is the thing that I've wanted to do for a very long time now. It's the kind of storytelling that I want to bring into the world, and I really, really could use your help. So please, if you're here, if you're listening, if you enjoyed hanging out with me today, if you enjoyed my work when I was Ambassador Kel, please just click on that link and click notify me on launch. I would love to get to 50 before the end of the stream. That would make me so happy. Okay, we're back up to 44. We just need 6 more of you to click on it. 6 more, and then we'll be at 50 followers, and that would be amazing to be there right before Thanksgiving. Please help me. Please out there. Have I put the link on Blue Sky? Not yet. I should do that. Okay, we're at 45. Just 5 more of you. I'm wondering, I think it would probably be good for me to just hang here and wait. But I also, well, in 20 minutes I could probably make another post too about how we're 5 followers away from 50, and I would love to get that before Thanksgiving. But there's a lot of you in chat. So anyway, thank you, Theron. I appreciate you. So just need 5 more of you. I know you can do it. Just click on that link, click notify me on launch. I'm not going to sit here forever and drag the stream to a halt, but yeah, at least get me to 47 in a row. What is the actual number from Clerks? Oh yeah, you can't see my face right now. Let me... Hello! There's my face. Alright, let me do another refresh. 37? Okay. Thank you for that important pop culture knowledge. Alright, we're sticking at 45. I feel bad about just sitting on this, but folks, if you... Please, 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 please go and just click the notify me on launch button. I know that most people here are really, really... The only thing that you care about is Star Trek Online, and I get that. And I know that's your hyper-focus. But this doesn't take anything away from you. It doesn't take anything but 2 seconds of your time. So let's just hit that notify me on launch button. See if we can get to 50 before we sign out today, okay? All right, 46! All right, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to hope you all can do the last 4 in the last 20 minutes of this stream while we go do some random TFOs. Actually, let me double check. I don't think there's any chance that my cooldown is over. No, another 4 hours. Okay, let's go do some random TFOs. Thank you, Trexpert. Thank you, Disco. Oh, let me... Doesn't need to be on screen anymore while we're about to launch into TFOs.
Moopsie.
Moopsie! Rachel, have you clicked on the link yet? There we go. Now I have no chance of accidentally clicking on starting midnight.
Bad news. I'm reading a lot of spatial
Oh,
distortion
parallel
out
Pavo,
there.
okay. But I've already done the swarm. Okay, I love that every TFO I've been in has had a vengeance in it for the last couple of days, weeks, whatever. Very nice. That's hilarious, Moowalk. I'm glad that they're back to doing Champions costume contests and streams. That makes me really happy. I feel kind of bad that I never picked up the slack. I just didn't know how to do it in a way that would get Champions folks in the door. Uh-oh. Oh, I healed. But I got hit with a viral impulse burst, and I'm just flying away. Okay, we did it.
More bad news. They're targeting the shield generators. If we lose those, Pavo will be vulnerable to invasion from orbit. The good news? Our defense satellites are ready. Scan them to bring them online.
Alright, let's activate some satellites. Is this one of the ones where being tactical makes the satellite do something different? Can't remember. Also, I way overshot that. Wow. Okay, this one's all done. Oh, they're all done. Sick. I shall return to Cloak. The second stage has the upgrades based on your career. Okay. I mean, the tractor mines in Swarm aren't terrible. People love naming their ships after mythological figures.
Get ready.
I think I'm the only ship over at Gamma. Oh no. Also, the VSW Dope is here. But still, I should stay over here. Yep. There they are. Oh, did I get viraled again? Annoying. Oh, you meant in this TFO. Okay, got it. Oh, here they come! Ugh. I'm moving too fast to be able to get a bead on these things. But that's okay, they're blowing up anyway. Balance my shields.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Yeah, I don't know. The event campaign getting more and more generous as we went on was one of my favorite things that Andre and then Jared did. Did I fix it? I can't tell. I guess so, since something's popping up. Oh, I was trying for lock trajectory and I clicked on the wrong thing. You know what, guys? Why don't you all come over here? Yeah, I remember that one, Truxpert. And yeah, I don't know if we, I don't remember who was behind the most picked ships chart. Might have been my idea, I don't know, but I thought it was really cool. Yeah, no, it wasn't that the game was being sunset, it was just, you know. The event campaign itself was one of the best ideas in STO history for in terms of player engagement. So, it just made sense to make it even better and continue that. I know it's better to just have scatter volley, but I do kind of miss rapid fire. Just for using it with computer-assisted flight algorithms. Oh no, I blew up for once. Why did they think everyone was supposed to pick the Atlas, Ramona? Not good placement I put myself in there, but that's okay.
Hull integrity below 75%. Satellite upgrades are now available. When you scan a satellite, its new abilities will come up.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Huh? What happened? All right. Ready to rock and roll. Not very often, Muwak. That was actually, I did hear about that, and I was surprised by it, because it was one of the first times I heard about something quite that egregious happening. I'm glad they did something to fix it.
Heads up, the enemy flagships are coming to attack.
Excellent. We love a good flagship around here.
Ship is under attack.
Alright, hull integrity below 50%, but I won. Why am I moving so slow?
Warning, ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 50%.
Looney Welsh, I have no idea what that is. So I'm not sure if I should wish you luck. Ah! Oh, that's right. I can cancel out of advanced locked, or out of lock trajectory.
Shield generator gamma is at 75%. 4 shields failing.
Unacceptable.
Target's shield has failed. Lens shield failing.
Lord. I'm gonna die. Or I'm gonna heal. Welcome back, Fragrance. We're just wrapping up Peril over Pavo, and then we're probably going to wrap up the stream for today. Sucks that it has to be so short, but I got stuff to do today. Ah, it was bound to happen. Yeah, I know, Rachel. That's okay. They don't have to raid me every day. Oh, yeah, that's true. We did miss Jeremy promising everyone their own personal whale probe for free over Christmas.
Shield generator beta is at 75%.
Alright, I'm working on it. Jeez. There we go. Now things are starting to blow up correctly. I did not mean to do that barrel roll. Target the one in the back. What? Teleport! Ah, man. Hey, Carol over on TikTok. How you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Yes, you did it! They're leaving!
We did it! I'll probably respawn before I leave the map.
Well done. We'll continue to ready our...
Thanks. Alright, gang. Well, it's just about 3 o'clock. That was the time that I was going to wrap up today. So that is a perfect time. Let's go and see... You all made me very happy today or not. You still made me very happy today. Still at 46 followers. Okay. Real talk, I just have a lot of people who come to these streams and don't interact with the things about the streams. It's kind of weird, and I'm not sure I understand it. But I guess that's true of Star Trek Online, too. Alright, well, hopefully we can get to 50 by the end of the day. If you're still around, please come and support the League of Swords. Would love to have you guys signed up for the Kickstarter. Would make me feel really good. Alright, if you haven't, join our Discord. It's a great little community. I have socials that you can follow me on. I'm Vengeance God on Blue Sky and Broken Infinity Films on Instagram. Vengeance God Streams has merch. You've seen a lot of it before. I'll just pick out a couple today for STO types. I'm genuinely shocked that nobody's bought the You Madrin Bro shirt yet. Like, I mean, that's just wearing your fandom on your chest. So, you know, it's right there. Also, I've got a wish list if you want to buy me stuff. And finally, one more time. Click on that link. Go to the Kickstarter page. Sign up for the Kickstarter. You'll be notified when we go live. You don't have to spend any money, but you'll make me very happy just by signing up. And only 4 of you left need to do it to get us to 50. Getting to 50 would be very nice. Let me just do one more refresh. We're still at 46. Okay. Well, we tried. All right, gang. It has been awesome hanging out with you today. I'm going to go see who is on to raid. Yeah, I know that feel, Muwok. All right. Alice is on, but she's playing. Oh no, she's playing Star Trek Fleet Picks. What is she playing? Oh my God, she got a haircut. I have no idea what she's playing. Oh, she's playing Fleet Command. I love you to death, Rachel, but ew, no. Q is on, though, and he's doing some Helldivers. We haven't rated him in a good long while. So let's go do it. All right, gang. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all for showing up and for hanging out today. It was great hanging out with you even for a short time. So like I said before, no more streams this week unless I have some time to do something on Thursday from the hotel room. But otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday, right after the Deca stream for more Star Trek Online. So I will see you then. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.